Welcome back. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Virginia is one of the top 10 Christmas tree growing states in the country.
And when it comes to sales, industry analysts say next week will be the busiest time for those who sell trees. Here's George Noliff with the story.
I think this one's going to be the one.
And once you find the one, there's some trimming and some shaking to be done.
Get the right Christmas tree there, folks?
Absolutely. I hope so.
It's that time of year when Christmas tree lots spring up almost everywhere and the scent of evergreens hangs thick. No better time if you're a kid, especially if you're like 13-year-old Jonah Barge and you played a big role in picking out the family tree.
I always have fun decorating the tree because we have so many ornaments that bring up so many fun memories.
All right, so you get here on the lot, you got options, but do you really know what you're looking for? Good thing, these guys, they know.
When you're looking for a Christmas tree, it depends on your house a little bit. It depends on, do you have a nice open concept? Do you have a smaller living room that it's going in? What kind of space are you trying to fill?
Space and size are the big consideration, but so's color and look. But really, it comes down to gut. If you love it, then get it.
We love coming to get a tree at the 1st of December.
Here every year.
That's the beauty of picking out just the right tree. Tradition, but one you can tweak to make your very own.
So whichever one you like.
That was George Noliff reporting, and George talked with people at Sweet Providence Tree Farm and tells us there's a good supply of Christmas trees this year.
And because of that, he says that tree is going to set you back only about $80 to $100 this year. That does it for 8 News at 4. 8 News at 5 is up next.
Live from downtown Richmond, we're lighting up our beautiful skyline. You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
All right, the sun is starting to set, y'all. There's just a little bit of twilight left in the sky there, so that means in just 1 hour, the city of Richmond skyline is going to be totally lit up for the holidays. Welcome back to RVA Illuminates. I'm Deanna Albritton.
And I'm Delaney Hall. We've been out here all day preparing for this big night, and we are so excited. And we're waiting for that moment at 6, right when we flip the switch and turn on Richmond's lights.
So we want to take a live look at what's going on out here, and we can see already that those lights are shining in through some of those office buildings. Well, imagine when they're all lined with those lights. It's going to be quite something, and people are here already enjoying the music. We want to get on over to Chief Meteorologist John Bernier, though, to show us what these folks can expect. Some people have come a little bit bundled up, JB, but it's not all that bad.
No, actually, temperatures are in the lower 50s over us here right now, so in good shape. Real-time Viper radar. The steady rain has moved away. We're still going to have some sprinkles around over us here. There's another band of rain approaching from the west and more from the southwest, so we'll have some more showers this evening. But the good news for RVA Illuminates, look at the temperatures staying in the lower 50s. Damp, not a deluge, as we've been telling you all week long over the area. And we have mild weather for the weekend and a little wet. We'll talk about it coming up.
Looking forward to it, JB. Thanks. And thank you for watching us here tonight at 5. I'm Heather Hope.
And I'm Autumn Childress. Well, a portion of Cary Street could be looking a bit different soon. There's now a proposal to ban cars on the section from North Arthur Ashe Boulevard to Thompson Street.
And 8 News reporter Madison Moore is in Carytown now to give us these details.
Among the many goals of the Richmond 300 Master Plan is to make the city more walkable. And with Cary Street in particular generating a lot of foot traffic, some business owners are worried that this proposal might cause some problems.
I think, we would have concerns about parking, and that's, of course, coming from our customers' concerns.
Kelly Banks is the co-owner of Merrymaker Fine Paper in Carytown and tells me if the city makes the decision to close down the section of Cary Street to cars stretching from North Arthur Ashe Boulevard to Thompson Street, merchants and residents will feel the impact.
We go through, kind of the loading and unloading of trucks for our merchandise, and that's another issue I think that would have to be addressed. So as they start moving forward with that study, I think we'll have further conversations with them about some of the issues that we see and what the solutions might be to those.
Pushing car traffic into the surrounding neighborhoods is just one of those issues banks and other business owners tell me. The 2024 Transportation Action Report says that closing it will be a low-cost plan that could get done quickly. With support from businesses and residents in the area, the first step is choosing locations for weekend street closures, which could include Cary Street in Carytown or other locations.
Luckily, the city is really keeping in communication with the merchants on Cary Street, and because I think we have really the best perspective of kind of the movement.
Next, studying the potential safety, traffic, and business benefits and drawbacks of closing the street. And of course, finding times to test the proposal. It's also important to keep in mind this area is in a high injury street network, meaning it can be dangerous for pedestrians and drivers. The action plan confirming that data says there is a need for safety improvement. Again, the concept that closing streets to car traffic not only promotes more walking and bicycling, but it can also make the area more safe. Reporting in Richmond, Madison Moore, 8 News.
Madison, thanks for that update. Well, a water main break near Staples Mill Road is causing some closures as crews start to make repairs there. Here is video from earlier in the day. This comes just 2 weeks after a similar water main break happened on Staples Mill in November. Now that one has since been repaired. Southbound lanes are open, but northbound lanes may be affected.
And now to Chesterfield, where county leaders are cracking down on massage parlors after reports of prostitution and human trafficking. But tonight we've learned leaders in the county may be behind schedule. Here's 8 News reporter Roland Wilson with what we know about this.
Well, this is an issue the county says they've been working on for years, but you may remember when we told you board members introduced stricter policies to help stop massage shops that are posing as legitimate businesses. Well, tonight we're learning the effort to crack down on those posers is still unknown. The new ordinance regulating massage parlors requires the businesses to receive a permit from the county following a background check, undergo an inspection by Chesterfield Police, and restrict hours of operation, among other changes. The county says businesses had 60 days from the adoption to comply, and anyone who violates the guidelines could face civil or criminal charges, including no more than a $1,000 fine and a year behind bars. It's now been more than 60 days since the ordinance passed, and Chesterfield Police tells me the department has not sent out letters for businesses to start the application process, leaving questions: when will the enforcement period start, and if the county is behind schedule. When asked today, the county did not have an answer to those questions. Here's what Police Chief Jeffrey Katz had to say when the policy was introduced.
It's kind of sad that we have to lump good ones with the bad ones, but I guess this is about the only way to handle the bad ones. I would like to recommend that you make some kind of public address, recognize how you go about reporting ones that aren't reputable.
Well, there's no word yet on when business owners will receive a letter, but I'm told that will be sent through certified mail. After that, the chief of police will have 60 days to issue a permit. In Chesterfield, Roland Wilson, 8 News.
All right, Roland, thanks so much. Now we're going to kick things back on over to Deanna and Delaney, looking beautiful in their red coats tonight and having so much fun out there at Kanawha Plaza.
Autumn, Heather, thanks so much. I feel pretty festive. Do you feel?
Yeah, I feel really festive.
Yeah.
You know, we were trying to figure out what each other was wearing before this, and it just turned out that we were wearing a lot of the same things.
Yeah, great minds think alike. But you know what,
Exactly.
Deanna? This is 8 News' 11th year sponsoring this event. We are so excited to celebrate this milestone, not only as a station, but and with the Richmond community.
Yeah, it just screams tradition, and it's one of the best ways to get into the holiday spirit. It's so great that it's happening on December 1st, the first kind of entree or entry into the holiday season. Exactly, serving up that holiday cheer. And so John Rogers is out there looking at all the ways that people are getting festive tonight. So John, what's the vibe down there?
Hey guys, you know, the skies are actually clearing up. I'm seeing some clearing in the clouds up here. It's really great out here. The rain is gone at the moment, and so people are really starting to trickle in, and definitely the party's getting started. And I found a friend here. This is my friend Star and her son Sakari, who's actually turning 2 on Christmas Eve. How excited are you to be out here, Sakari?
I'm actually very excited. I've been in Virginia for a couple of years now, and this is the first time that we've ever done anything like this, and it's kind of special because my son's birthday is Christmas Eve, so we're trying to do things out in the Tri-City area in Richmond, you know, just to give him something to do. Not only that, but we have another Christmas baby coming, so double the gifts, double everything, double birthdays, so.
That is so awesome. Congratulations, by the way. Very excited for you. And so, kind of what was the allure? Why did you decide, of all the things going on, why did you decide to come out to RVA Illuminates today?
Well, for one, I love lights. I love the Christmas, lights and decorations and things like that. And, my mom, she called me and she was like, you need to get out of the house more. You need to go to this. I'm like, okay. And I came and it's actually pretty nice out here. The weather, it stopped raining. It's nice. And, the spirit, Christmas is a very significant holiday for me and my family, especially for my father, God rest his soul. But these are one of his favorite holidays, so it was only right that we come out here and show support,
Well, we're grateful that you're here. You're in for a really great night. It's only just getting started, so thank you so much for coming. And nice meeting you. Happy birthday. I mean, you heard it from her, guys. It's going to be a great night, and there's still much more to come. The lighting's going to be at 6, so come on down. There's food, there's fun, there's crafts. There's a lot to do, and we're waiting for you. Let's send it back over to you guys.
All right, thanks, John. She's a woman after my own heart, loving the lights, loving the Christmas decorations. And we're taking a live look, or a look rather, at another staple that is lit up for Christmas. More about Louis Ginter's Garden Fest of Lights and Wind. You can see it, but right now, our very own Eric Phillips is taken to the stage.
That's right. We have a lot more to come. Up next here at 5, 8 News is partnering with Conexus to give the gift of light. We take a look inside the organization's mobile clinic serving children in need.
We got more performances coming up.
You're watching the 8 News at 5. We cover the news where you live.
From Kanawha Plaza to all the way to the Capitol Christmas tree that was just lit up at the governor's mansion. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
And of course, those were pictures from Louis Ginter Botanical Gardens there, showing all the lights there. A lot of lights down here. That's on Interstate 95 down by South Park, but those lights going that direction are moving pretty slow. There's an accident down there. We'll talk all about your forecast for the weekend. It's a little damp. It's not a washout. Coming up in a moment.
Tonight's broadcast supports Conexus for Children's Vision. Help us give the gift of light this holiday season. You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
8 News has been partnering with Conexus Vision for 6 years. This program is so great, it goes into local schools and brings the gift of sight and much needed vision tests and glasses to the children who need them. Welcome back. I'm Deanna Albritton.
And I'm Delaney Hall. It truly is an amazing program. We're down here at Kanawha Plaza counting down until 6 o'clock when we turn on those gorgeous lights. And our very own Matt DiNardo is here as well with the story of how Conexus is giving the gift of sight in Petersburg. Matt.
Well, thank you very much, Deanna, and also Delaney. Now imagine sitting in a classroom, right, where kids were today and not being able to read that book that's right in front of them or see the board that's maybe across the room. Maybe before Conexus comes in, those pages are very blurry, but then the words being unclear clear up. Why? Because Conexus comes in and you get a brand new pair of glasses and the entire world opens up. And that was the case for many students in Petersburg, including Justin. Justin is an 8th grade student at Vernon Johns Middle School. He's a super kid, very polite, respectful, loves English, and loves history. He also loves basketball. But he didn't know how the world was supposed to look. To him, the world was blurry. Did you know that you needed glasses?
Yes.
How did you know?
My auntie told me that a lot. Because stuff right there in front of me and I didn't see it.
Explain that. What do you mean, stuff was in front of you?
Let's say if she's telling me to go get the remote, and the remote's right there in front of me, but I didn't see it. I thought she hit it.
In class, Justin, like other students, would ask to sit much closer to the front of the room to see the board better. Keisha Williams, a 7th grade English teacher at Vernon Johns, explains many different behaviors that she notices when students cannot see properly in class.
If you don't have the glasses, you will have difficulty seeing the board or seeing the whiteboard. That leads to less participation and engagement in class. You notice the students leaning in. You notice the students squinting. I remember one student with the Chromebook, and he's literally on it this close because he just could not see.
After the students receive their glasses from Conexus, the improvement is obvious.
I noticed a 180 with Justin as well as other students who benefited from getting the free eyeglasses with this program. Wonderful program. More engaged, they're participating more, and I also noticed an uptick in the grades. The grades improved. To see a student who was really at a solid C and get to a high B, perhaps a low A.
You can see it much better. It's a lot clearer in it.
Results like this is why Conexus is in different schools every day, administering eye exams and getting glasses to those students who need them free of charge. And Justin was one of those students that really could not see even that book in front of him. And one of the things that he mentioned was not being able to see the remote that was on the table in front of him as well. If you want to see more great work like this by Conexus, you can support the Gift of Light campaign. 8 News is giving you the opportunity to win a free limo tour of Richmond's holiday lights. It's for you and 8 of your friends. Just scan that QR code that is on your screen right now. You can also donate to the Gift of Light campaign by entering that holiday tour contest and making a donation. A $10 donation is an eye screening. $50 is a full set of eye exam and glasses for a student. It really goes a long way. So again, you can click that QR code on your screen or go to WRIC.com/contest to enter today. Deanna, Delaney, back to you.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. Now, we have some beautiful sights and sound here behind us, and it's happening all across Richmond.
It is. Although the Richmond skyline may not be lit up yet, it was gorgeous, absolutely, the last 2 years that I've seen it. And Lewis Ginter Botanical Gardens is already covered in every colored Christmas light you could imagine. So take a look at these stunning drone photos taken by Dan Gitanis of Lewis Ginter, all lit up this week. You can see all the purples, yellows, greens, blues, orange, pinks, just about every color of the rainbow and then some. This year's theme is all about the 4 seasons, with lights showing how the seasons change through the year. Garden Fest is open now through January 7th. You can buy tickets online. We'll be back after this quick break.
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back. We are taking a live look down here at Kanawha Plaza. There are a lot of folks you can see now gathering, getting those spots right by the stage and feeling maybe like they're in the final scenes of Love Actually when the little girl's singing this exact song.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Feeling it.
Yeah.
We really do have some truly talented folks here providing us some much needed entertainment. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, she's young.
She's very young. And
Very
there's
talented.
a little bit of liquid sunshine that we
Yes.
were dealing with earlier, but it's not stopping any of the crowds, it seems like. We want to toss it to Chief Meteorologist John Vernier. What are you seeing out there, John?
Or actually, a better description might have been liquid flurries over us here in central Virginia. A little bit of light rain today, nothing that caused any problems. We're sitting at 52 degrees outside right now, still mild down the southeast. Let's you see temperatures mid-40s, stuck in the cool wedge back off to the west. We'll see if we can get rid of that. Here's the rain that came by earlier today. A couple pockets that were a little bit heavier off to the north of us up here, but also because that's looking a little higher up in the atmosphere. Looking off to the west, this is what concerns me. The area that was coming across from West Virginia kind of broken down a little bit, but it's also stuck up in the mountains where the radar can't see it very well. So there'll be a little more spotty rain, and that's the key word, spotty rain for us tonight across the region. There's also a little more developing down to the southwest. So we'll get a couple of showers headed your way tonight. Then tomorrow, even though there's a lot of clear skies back off to the west, we're going to see those coming in here. We'll start the day off with clouds over us. By the afternoon hours, we'll start to see the risk of rainfall returning. I think that's a little early at 2 p.m., but as we go into the evening hours, we will see rain here across central Virginia. That's going to continue overnight into Sunday morning over us here. And then Sunday, damp morning for us here. The models want to try to clear these clouds out in the afternoon. Not looking at that happening. I think we'll have some spotty rain through the day, but it's mild over the weekend, still okay on Monday. And then after a few sprinkles on Wednesday, it's going to be much cooler in the mid part of next week. Wednesday, Thursday, highs maybe around 50 and lows back down in the upper 20s.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the latest scoop for Richmond's holiday hullabaloo. Coming up next.
In your primetime lineup tonight, starting at 8 o'clock, it's the Nissan pregame rush. Then at 8:07, the Oregon Ducks take on the Washington Huskies. That was 8:07. Then at 11:30, we'll see you here for the news where you live on 8 News at 11. The Chickahominy Health District is hosting a free vaccine clinic tomorrow, so you can avoid getting sick this year, especially at this time.
That's very important to keep in mind. Doctors and nurses will be administering flu vaccines as well as COVID-19 vaccines. So here's a quick snapshot at what you need to know. It's all starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow at the Ashland Christian Center on James Street. You must have an ID and your insurance card if you have one. But without insurance cards, you are still welcome. You do have to register online for this event. You can find that link on the Chickahominy Health District's Facebook page. The City of Hopewell just released a list of houses for the citywide light tour.
The Recreation and Parks Department compiled a list of houses that registered to participate. So these are the really big, fun, lit houses. So all you have to do is get in your car and drive. It's a lot to see all around the city and here at Kanawha Plaza. So here's that full list. This year, 20 houses are participating. The city is suggesting you start the tour at 5 and end around 9 to respect people's privacy. Folks do have to go to bed. The addresses are listed in the recommended order. You should visit the houses, but feel free to mix things up. Remember, be safe, have fun, and get in the spirit. We certainly are here down at Kanawha Plaza. More folks filling in, including my parents who are in town visiting.
Love the support.
Well, ahead on 8 News at 5:30, a look at the annual tree lighting ceremony, including the big celebrities who made an appearance. We'll be back after this quick break.
Live from downtown Richmond, we're lighting up our beautiful skyline. You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
All All right, folks, welcome back. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. You're watching 8 News at 5:30, specifically taking a live look at this drone shot. That's how you can tell things are just A-OK out here weather-wise, because the drone is up. And now we have some new entertainment, live entertainment, a chorus singing on stage, which you can hear right there. I'm Deanna Albritton here at Kanawha Plaza.
And I'm Delaney Hall. I think the party's just getting started. What do you think, Deanna?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the way that folks are filling in, you can see that from the drone shot. I mean, people have, they said the rain's clearing. I'm taking my mark.
We are still going to celebrate here at RVA. We are live at the Richmond's 5th Christmas tree lighting event. Of course, RVA Illuminates down here at Kanawha Plaza. Did you know the tree over there has actually grown over the years and is now a whopping 34 feet and has a 6-foot star on top?
What? No, okay, I really did not know that.
The more you know, right?
No, we just talked a little bit about weather, but we want to get news from the official folks, and that is Chief Meteorologist John Bernier, JB.
Yeah, well, again, steady rain has ended over us. We're still going to have some spotty sprinkles and a little bit of drizzle this evening over us across the region. Of course, clouds have gone up in the sky a little bit. Why we got the 8 News drone up in the air. Got a little spotty precipitation up there. Louisa, a little bit down here, the southern half of the metro area. We're sitting 52 degrees outside right now for us, 56 degrees down in South Hill, 47 degrees in Charlottesville. So again, a little spotty rain possible this evening for us here. Nothing that's going to be a deluge for you. You see a little more coming in around 10 p.m. And then as we head into the overnight hours, a couple of breaks of clouds back off to the west. But overall, it's going to be a little damp, but it's also going to be a mild Friday evening over us here. Deanna?
Thanks, JB. And of course, we will be here until the city lights up. We are holding it down, but we want to check in back at the 8 News studio.
All right, Autumn, Heather, we turn it over to you guys now.
Back over to us. And good evening to you. I'm Heather Hope.
And I'm Autumn Childress. And you can hear all of the sounds out there in downtown RVA, but folks don't want you to turn it up too loud.
That is the message here. Last year, the city of Richmond vowed to work harder to address noise complaints across the community. And 8 News reporter Sierra Krug has more on how that's going.
This Churchill neighborhood can be a place of peace and serenity, but only when headache-worthy ruckus like loud music and revving engines aren't interfering. City officials say their big challenge to cracking down on noise pollution is figuring out how to collect punitive fines and how to track them.
Turn up your holiday cheer, but not your volume. Richmond is facing the music. Literally. Last year, high volumes of noise complaints prompted the city to reassess noise ordinance enforcement. A violation means you're going to have to pay a fine rather than facing criminal charges. But Assistant City Attorney Greg Luganowski explained holding the right person accountable is easier said than done.
The city has the authority for civil penalties for noise ordinances. Problem is the Virginia Code doesn't tell the city how to collect it, unlike every other type of civil penalty.
Right now, the city defines excessive noise as 65 decibels or higher during the daytime, 55 decibels at night. For reference, according to the CDC, a whisper is about 30 decibels. You might compare that to the last time you heard motorcycles outside your window or bass blaring, both cited as being over 80 decibels, well over what city rules allow. Richmond Police Chief Rick Edwards and his team are equipped with sound metering devices. They say it's often hard to pinpoint the noisy culprit. He tells us about one case, a home that had 138 noise complaints in less than a year, and how amplifying attention helped solve the issue.
We realized the person that was doing that wasn't just really listening to his music loudly on because he loved the music. There was a mental health issue there. So our officers addressed it. It solved the problem, and the calls for service dropped off the cliff. So that's what I envision once this goes live.
City leaders and the Richmond Police Department are regrouping and trying to iron out those enforcement logistics. They're planning to provide an update early next year. In Richmond, Sierra Krug, 8 News.
All right, Sierra, thank you. And your Capital Connection tonight, a new poll shows a potential 2024 matchup between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump is tightening in Virginia. And it's bringing up questions about if the state could be a swing state next year. Capitol Bureau reporter Tyler Englander explains.
A new Roanoke College poll shows President Joe Biden with a 4-point lead in a hypothetical rematch with former President Donald Trump. That's down from Biden's 16-point lead in Virginia just a few months ago. New polling shows President Joe Biden is heading in the wrong direction in Virginia.
It's not a surprise. Biden won by 10 points in 2020.
He's obviously suffered a lot of setbacks.
Polling conducted by Roanoke College shows Biden leading Republican frontrunner Donald Trump by 4%. That's down from a 16-point lead in May. Larry Sabato, director of the University of Virginia's Center for Politics, says Biden is probably at his low point.
We've seen this before in presidential politics, and a year ahead of the election is about right for the low point. So I would think he would move up. How much, I don't know.
Plus, the poll found that if Trump and Biden are the nominees, 45% of Virginians say they'll consider voting for an independent candidate.
This is a way for people to express their dissatisfaction with what the parties may be producing as their nominees. But in the end, they make a practical choice. They don't want to throw their vote away on an independent or third-party candidate who is not going to win.
Despite the poll, Sabato says on a federal level, Virginia is unlikely to go Republican.
Virginia is not a swing state in 2024, and if somehow it becomes one, you know the election's over and the Republican nominee is going to win.
And now the last time Virginia voted Republican in a presidential election was in 2004. In Richmond, I'm Tyler Englander.
Tyler, thanks. And here's another live look at Kanawha Plaza, where many of our 8 News team members are there for RVA Illuminates. There's music, food, and there's going to be such a show of the Grinch later. So a lot of fun and festivities there.
Absolutely.
Still ahead on 8 News at 5:30, the process of making glasses has gotten easier for one organization thanks to your donations. We'll show you how some glasses are made coming up. You're watching 8 News at 5:30. We're covering the news where you live.
From Hanover to Midlothian, all the way out to Kanawha Plaza. Don't touch that remote. We're back right after this break.
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back to 8 News at 5:30, RVA Illuminates edition. I'm Deanna Albritton.
And I'm Delaney Hall. We continue our partnership with Conexus tonight in their Gift of Light campaign.
Tonight, our own Matt DiNardo is live to take us inside the Conexus glasses making lab to show us how it all works. Matt.
And thank you very much, Deanna and Delaney. And you know, when a child gets new glasses, they're super excited. They can see clearly for the first time. But having them and, you know, it's the first time, accidents do happen. Well, thanks to your donations, Conexus has time to fix those accidents that cut down considerably. That sound is the sound of happiness to a child who cannot see clearly. Sometimes accidents happen, and kids break glasses or throw them out. In the past, replacing those glasses could take 2 to 3 weeks, but now Tim Gresham, the CEO of Conexus, says it's much different.
Turnaround time now can be just a matter of hours. It's usually within a day or two, which is a real blessing to a child, particularly a child that has just gotten their new glasses.
This machine was part of a larger project that Conexus has been working on thanks to your donations.
During the last school year, we put the lab together. It was a dream of ours for several years, and then we were able to go out and raise some funds and some great support from some of the community to come in and help us build our own lab.
Since Conexus began earlier this year, Conexus has replaced over 200 glasses using their new lab, and the local nonprofit looks to expand more in the future.
Over time, you know, the more kids we serve, the more machines we would probably need. We have room here to expand, to add another 1 or 2. Putting a pair of glasses on the face of a child that's seeing poorly really does change their life.
With this new lab, Conexus will continue to change kids' lives 1 pair of glasses at a time. And of course, you can help support Conexus and the work that they do and improve mission and get that gift of life for students across Central Virginia. Right now on your screen is a graphic. You can scan that QR code to donate to Conexus. And of course, this is the time of year where you get to see those holiday lights, and there's so many different ways to do it. One of those is a gift of light holiday tour for you and 8 of your friends. You can register for that at WRIC.com/contest, or again, clicking on that QR code. While you're entering that contest, please make a donation to Conexus. A $10 donation, you can get an eye screening for a child. A $50 donation is a comprehensive eye exam and glasses. It really is an amazing thing, and some of these kids are seeing these beautiful lights, which, by the way, we're going to see about 20 minutes or so right here at Kanawha Plaza. Delaney, Deanna, back to you.
Yes, Matt, so much to see, and so many kids who could see this so clearly with the right glasses. So we really want to support this, and thank you for all you do, Conexus.
A truly amazing program. We'll be a lot more coming up on 8 News. Find out where you can see more than 1 million Christmas lights at a drive-through experience near you.
And still ahead, a look at the annual tree lighting ceremony, including the big celebrities who made an appearance. We'll be right back.
Tonight, we dive into the festivities where mistletoe, mischief, and gingerbread gossip collide.
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Hey folks, welcome back here to 8 News at 5:30. Deanna wanted to go join the party, so I decided to go sit with you, Deanna.
It's nice to have you back here, John. We're, of course, here at RVA Illuminates for this annual celebration. We saw some food trucks, we're hearing some amazing music, and there's a lot of folks out here already.
Yeah, seriously. Thankfully, it looks like the weather's cleared up and the crowd is really growing. It's really wonderful out there.
We now want to show you a live look at the festivities here at Kanawha Plaza. Folks are still showing up. Little bit of rain damper the evening.
Yeah, look at that view. That is beautiful. And that crowd is really growing. There's still some time, folks, if you want to come on down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RVA.
We now want to toss it to John Bernier.
Make some noise.
Well, hello everyone, and a happy Friday for you here. Yes, we had the rain this afternoon, a little break over us right now as we take a look. Satellite photo show a lot of clouds continuing over us, moisture down the south, and this system's going to stall over us here, so it's going to set the stage for some unsettled weather this weekend. Real-time Viper radar, what's it been showing throughout the afternoon hours? Again, a steadier band of rain that came through over us and then has moved off to the east and on out of the way. So as we go through tonight across the area, we should be in pretty good shape for you here. Our evening weather maps are going to show you a little bit of spotty rain passing through as we go through the evening hours and start to head towards around 10 p.m. Then things are going to wind down a little bit as we go overnight. So in your forecast for tonight across the area, it's going to have the risk of a little bit of rain, but notice the temperatures. They are, for this time of the year, they're mild over us here, staying in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees, a little bit of light rain probably through 10 or 11 p.m. and then winding down. Tomorrow during the day, it's going to be mild over us here. We're going to see temperatures starting in the 50s, headed up towards the middle 60s as we go into the afternoon hours. But by later in the day, rain does return in our forecast. As that system down the south gets a little disturbance, come rolling up right towards us here in central Virginia. So here's how things are going to play out. Let's show you the weather map. Clouds tomorrow morning. Here's the next system starting to head our way. Okay, I think noon's a little quick for the rainfall, but it's coming in here as we go into tomorrow evening. Notice a little heavier band down here, the south. That's going to come up over us as we go into the overnight hours. Still some moisture to the west. So we have a few showers on Sunday. I'm not looking for clear skies Sunday afternoon. Too much moisture around. We'll stay with low clouds over us here across the region. And then we go into Monday, mixture of sunshine and cloudiness. Little disturbance right there sneaking by towards us here. Probably won't bring us a sprinkle or two. We'll bring some snow flurries and snow showers up in the mountains. And then after that, there's a stronger one coming by on Wednesday. It's going to bring a return to some chilly temperatures across the region. So let's wrap it all up for you here over the next 8 days. Again, we stay mild the next couple of nights. Good news for your heating bill. Again, some off and on showers later Saturday, maybe a few more sprinkles on Sunday. But look at the mild temperatures, 65, 66, 60 degrees on Monday. That next system coming by on Wednesday gives us some cool temperatures, only in the upper 40s for high temperatures, and lows back down into the 20s. Now, back down to RVA Limits. It's like, this is a very rare treat for me when I get to be on there at the same time with those two people.
It certainly is, although we'd rather you being here, JB, but we do appreciate you keeping some of the showers away, so thank you for that. Well, the holidays really bring out the kid in all of us, but do you remember when you finally first felt like an adult, if you actually do feel like an adult?
Well, a new survey has revealed that 1 in 4 Americans don't feel like adults until they hit their late 20s. The new study was conducted by one poll on behalf of LG Electronics.
I gotta be honest, I'm pushing 40 soon. I still don't feel like an adult.
Does anyone?
I don't think so. I think we're all just kind of faking it, aren't we?
I would agree.
Plus, it's the holidays. You're supposed to feel like a kid anyway.
Exactly. I like that message, Sean. Very nice. Well, coming up next, don't wait until the last minute to do that holiday shopping. We'll tell you about a market happening with dozens of local vendors.
The key word is pause and lean toward camera as if giving away a secret. Whoville.
You heard it from the Grinch himself. The keyword is Whoville. You have the chance to win 4 tickets to opening night of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical, at the Altria Theater. All you have to do is scan that QR code you see on your screen and enter to win. You can also go to WRSC.com/contests if you'd like to enter.
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back to 8 News. Along with the fun and festivities going on here downtown in beautiful Richmond. Also right now is the Illuminate Light Show at Meadow Event Park. It's a drive-through holiday light show that's going on through Sunday, December 31st.
There's more than 1 million dazzling holiday lights that sync to music. The cost is $30 per vehicle.
It's a really amazing show. It's certainly worth going to. Also, today and tomorrow, you can do a little holiday shopping at Maymont's Mary Market on the Carriage House lawn. There will be dozens of vendors, plus fire pits, food trucks, hot cocoa, and much more.
It's personally one of my favorites. That market is open today from 5 to 8, and Saturday from noon to 8. It'll also be open December 8th and 9th.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to 8 News at 5:30. Conexus comes into our schools and uses some of the latest technology to screen the children's eyesight to help them see better every day.
So open your eyes big and wide.
That was Jenna, who's an optician with Conexus, and that was how little time it takes to screen a student in our schools.
Look at the nose right here.
The entire process takes 10 seconds.
Good job.
And with the technology that Conexus uses, that student will know immediately whether they're going back to class or getting a comprehensive eye exam and a chance to pick out their new glasses. The goal is to keep students in class as much as possible, explains Renisha Parks, the Chief Wellness Officer for Richmond Public Schools.
So we have been able to cut lost instructional time by half by partnering with Conexus. Historically, our school nurses would typically do the screenings. As a student would have to come in, they would spend 10 to 15 minutes out of the classroom, which is of course lost instructional time. They would have to make sure that the students actually understand what's going on, as well as if the students have any languages or other barriers.
Janet Cook is the school nurse at Francis W. McClenney Elementary School, and she sees the first signs that a student might have trouble with their eyesight when they come into her office.
One of the symptoms of not being able to see is headaches. So there are children that come in with headaches as well as stomach aches and other forms of illnesses, even sometimes anxiety and frustration related to not being able to see.
Janet explains that she is grateful for the partnership with Conexus.
I'm so grateful to Conexus for the technology that they have, and now children are able to be in class and out of class only for a couple of moments to take the screening.
And when a student goes through the process and can finally see better,
it's like a gift of sight. I mean, they're so excited, and just to see their eyes glow and brighten, it is wonderful. And it blesses all of our hearts to see that.
And in support of the Conexus Gift of Light campaign, 8 News is giving you the opportunity to win a free private limo tour of Richmond's great holiday lights. You can scan that QR code on your screen to donate to the Gift of Light campaign and also to enter that holiday light contest. You can also visit WRC.com/contest to enter this great contest. And don't forget, a $10 donation is eye screenings. And also, if you are looking at $50, that's a eye exam for children as well. Well, that does it for 8 News at 5:30. But you see all the kids behind me here. They're all excited because we're going to light up the city. 8 News at 6 begins right after this.
Live from downtown Richmond, we're lighting up our beautiful skyline. You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome to 8 News at 6, live from Kanawha Plaza. I'm Delaney Hall.
And I'm John Rogers. You heard just from those kids right there. The excitement is building because we're just moments away from lighting up the skyline.
And we've got a really great crowd here tonight, John. They didn't let the rain scare them away, and I am proud of you, Richmond.
Yeah, we were really worried that the crowd was going to be gone because of the rain, but no, they've really built up here, and the rain's been really gone. It hasn't shown up. Instead, the fun's here instead.
Oh, absolutely. We saw some food trucks. We've heard some amazing talent, some
Yes.
local talent as well.
And you know, this has been going on since the mid-'80s. Remember, it used to be Grand Illumination in the James Center, but it's only grown and had to come over here when it changed ownership with the city, and it's only gotten bigger and better.
And we now want to take a live look at Kanawha Plaza. You can see some of the lights. We're still waiting for that final countdown.
Yeah, just under 30 seconds.
An amazing moment to see it in person, John. This is my second year, and every time I still get excited.
Yeah, it only gets bigger and better, and there's lots to do beyond just lighting the skyline. There's so much fun and games that's going on tonight.
We have 15 seconds left. We are counting it down. I can feel the energy.
Let's go take a listen.
I got a question for you. Are you ready for the holidays? Oh, no. We're not going to turn these lights on until I hear it loud and clear. Are you ready for the holidays, Richmond? Well, all right.
3,
4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes!
Wait a minute. Hold on. What are you doing?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
And thank you for the invitation. My goodness, you're going to show my movie and not even invite me?
Well, we are a cheery people here in the city of Richmond. We're not all about all this.
Oh, well, I know you're quite cheery, which is one of the reasons I'm here. And I'm also bringing my show, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical, to the Altria Theater, December 12th through the 17th. So get your tickets at BroadwayInRichmond.com, and we'll steal Christmas together.
No! On 3, say boo! 1, 2, 3, boo!
Boo, Christmas! Yeah! So many supporters. So many.
Oh, we got the police here. Here we go.
Hold on.
We're in the city, in the capital city. We need to be nice tonight.
You gonna arrest me?
Yes, sir. You ready? We need you to be nice. If you can't be nice, you can't be here. This is Richmond.
Well, you know, Cindy Lou Who, she's no more than 2, but she's quite the cutie. She really did make my heart grow 3 sizes, so, you know, Christmas isn't as bad as it used to be. But it's still not my favorite.
Well, that's what we need this Christmas season, the holiday season. We need everyone to expand their hearts and pour love to each and every one's family, friends, and neighbors, y'all. Let's do that here in the great city of Richmond.
Absolutely.
And the Grinch cannot steal that away. In fact, he tried to unplug the city, but guess what?
He tried.
We're plugging it back in.
Yeah.
We're plugging it back in. And we're
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I guess there's too much cheer in Richmond. The lights still
That's right.
And a couple of buildings went up at the right time. And was it last year or the year before? So
RVA Illuminates 2023, making it snow.
Some folks make it rain, we make it snow.
Not even the Grinch can spoil this party, Delaney.
There was lots to unpack there. But hey, it just shows the spirit of the holidays. And I think the spirit of Richmond told the Grinch a thing or two.
Absolutely. And that stunning view. Such a beautiful spot to look at. Oh, man. Merry Christmas, Delaney.
Merry Christmas to you, John. This is one of my favorite events, and I think I can say that for a lot of folks here. It really rings in the holiday season here in Central Virginia.
And we are so grateful to the brave men and women at RPD, especially for putting the Grinch away. How dare he try to do this?
How dare, but hey, they are protecting us, and we thank them for it. And luckily, the weather, we really lucked out tonight, John.
We really lucked out. We have really John Bernier to thank for that. So we're going to go over to him live in the Weather Center to see how this evening looks like. John?
Well, outside, again, temperatures hovering in the lower 50s over us here right now. As you can see, milder down to the southwest of us. Again, some spotty sprinkles on real-time Viper radar across the region. That's going to be the story this evening. So if you want to go down and look at the lights down there, you can see temperatures hovering around 52, 51 degrees. And again, you'll get a little damp. It's not going to be a washout, though. We're going to have a mild weekend, but we'll also have a few more showers to deal with. We'll talk more about that coming up in a moment. Delaney?
All right, JB, thanks so much. John, the party is just getting started down here at Kanawha Plaza.
It certainly is. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we still have some work to do. Let's go over and send things to Heather and Autumn in the studio with a look at your news for the day.
Hey, John and Delaney. So much excitement out there.
Absolutely. As Delaney said, one of the best events to happen in Richmond.
And tonight we're following a story we first brought you back in September when Chesterfield leaders introduced rules to regulate massage parlors after a spike in prostitution and human trafficking. Good evening, I'm Heather Hope.
And I'm Autumn Childress. 8 News reporter Roland Wilson spoke with county leaders today and brings us more.
Well, this is an effort the county tells me they've been working on for years, but their newest effort could be behind schedule.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes carried.
It was in this September Board of Supervisors meeting where Chesterfield leaders approved a new ordinance to crack down on massage shops posing as legitimate businesses. Here is what County Attorney Jeff Minks and Police Chief Jeffrey Katz had to say about the problem.
In the more recent years, this particular industry has had a dark side to it.
It's a human trafficking issue. We've had a number of community members who have gone for what they believe to be legitimate massages, only to be sexually assaulted.
Board members hope to reverse this by requiring businesses to receive a permit from the county following a background check, undergoing an inspection by Chesterfield Police, and restricting hours of operation, among other changes. According to the ordinance, massage clinics and therapists had 60 days to comply and apply for a permit before facing civil or criminal penalties from Chesterfield Police. However, today a spokesperson from the department tells me they haven't sent out letters to businesses to start the application process, leaving questions like when will enforcement start and if the county is behind schedule. Chesterfield Police are in charge of enforcing the ordinance and tells me in part, we're still in the process development and education stage. There is no word yet on when businesses will be notified. However, I'm told owners can expect to receive a letter through certified mail. After that, the Chesterfield Police Chief has 60 days to issue the permit. Now, this is a developing story, but we have more information for you in this story on our website at WRIC.com. In Chesterfield, Roland Wilson, 8 News.
All right, Roland, thank you. New tonight, a section of Cary Street could be looking a bit different soon. Under a new project, the section of road from North Arthur Ashe Boulevard to Thompson Street could be closed to cars. 8 News reporter Madison Moore is in Carytown with more details.
Among the many goals of the Richmond 300 Master Plan is to make the city more walkable. And with Cary Street in particular generating a lot of foot traffic, some business owners are worried that this proposal might cause some problems. It's important to keep in mind this area of Cary Street is on the high injury street network, meaning it can be dangerous for both pedestrians and drivers. The report says that closing this section of Cary Street is a low-cost plan that could get done quickly, of course with support from businesses and residents in the area. But planners will need to identify potential locations for weekend street closures, and they need to study the potential safety, traffic, and business benefits and drawbacks of closing the street. Kelly Kelly Banks, the co-owner of Merrymaker Fine Paper in Carytown, says the city has been keeping merchants on the strip in the loop, but has concerns about where her customers would park.
And that's, of course, coming from our customers' concerns. You know, we go through, you know, kind of the loading and unloading of trucks for our merchandise, and that's another issue I think that would have to be addressed.
Again, the concept that closing streets to car traffic not only promotes more walking and bicycling, but it can also make the area more safe. Reporting in Richmond, Madison Moore, 8 News.
Thank you. Still to come here on 8 News at 6, the Dominion Energy Christmas Parade is happening tomorrow, which means it'll be quite busy out there on the roadways. We'll tell you where you should be on the lookout coming up next. But for now, back out there to John and Delaney.
Adam, thanks. You're watching 8 News at 6, covering the news where you live.
From Dinwiddie to RVA Illuminates at Kanawha Plaza. Stay with us. 8 News at 6 is back in a moment.
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
So make some noise for yourselves real quick. Once again, we got a legacy.
Welcome back. The Cultural Arts Center is hosting the Joy of Illumination tomorrow from 4:30 to 7 p.m. But right now, we're going to take a live look at what we have going on here down at Kanawha Plaza. A gorgeous sea of lights and crowd. The crowd here is really impressive tonight, John.
Yeah, this is awesome. You know, we had that rain earlier. I'll admit I was a little nervous, but we were still bringing the energy, expecting great things, and the holiday spirit did not disappoint us.
It's a wonderful evening, and we do want to tell you about that Cultural Arts Center hosting that Joy of Illumination tomorrow. That free holiday event will feature its 25th annual tree lighting, as well as musical performances, a holiday scavenger hunt, a toasty bonfire, and a special visit from the big man himself to light the cedar Christmas tree.
Oh, isn't that out the best. Well, after the tree lighting, the festivities will move inside where parents can explore the holiday gift shop and the festive exhibits. Plus, the kids can take photos with Santa. All right, folks, we also want to tell you about tomorrow's Dominion Energy Christmas Parade. This will close numerous streets around Richmond, okay? So the parade begins at 10:15 over at the Science Museum of Virginia and proceeds east on Broad Street toward 7th Street. Major streets, including Broad Street and Lee Street, will be affected. Beginning at 6 a.m. until about 3, the following roads will be closed, okay? Pay attention. West Broad, DMV Drive, West Lee Street, North 7th Street, East Lee Street, and East Marshall Street. So for a full list of the no parking locations, be sure to check out WRSC.com.
Should be a great time. Coming up next on 8 News at 6, Conexus technology is helping get quick results to determine whether or not a child needs a full eye exam and potentially glasses. We'll speak with the CEO of Conexus about the impact this technology is making.
And before we go to the commercial break, we want to give you one more look outside here at Kanawha Plaza for RVA Illuminates. It's a party, folks. Richmond certainly does it right. It just gets better and better every year. Thanks for joining along at home. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Tonight's broadcast supports Conexus for Children's Vision. Help us give the gift of light this holiday season. You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back to RVA Illuminates. We're glad to be back here in the broadcast tent. I'm Deanna Albritton.
I'm Eric Phillips. The city is lit, as you can see. We just did a countdown. The mayor helped us to light up the city. Breaking news, the Grinch tried to stop us from lighting up the city, but he was not successful. And we have some folks behind us who are trying to get on TV here. We're glad to welcome them. What's going on? I got to tell you, the crowd down here this year,
electric.
I've got to talk about it because it is absolutely electric and even larger than last year when we had no threat of rain or anything like that.
I mean, rain ain't stopping nobody today. No. This has been an electric crowd, vibrant, and so it was so great to have everybody on stage and bringing in that Christmas cheer, which kept those lights on.
That's right.
And maybe a little bit of my Grinch glove magic.
Some magic, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we want to right now head over to Matt DiNardo because we are talking about Conexus and how it is giving the gift of vision to lots of students in our area. So, Matt, what can you tell us?
Well, you know, we love to see these city lights, but there are some people in Central Virginia, some young students that can't see these city lights. And joining me right now is Tim Gresham, the president of Conexus. And Tim, this is a great time, but sometimes kids in schools can't see the books and they can't see these gorgeous lights.
That's right. That's why we started the Gift of Light campaign, because everybody recognizes and enjoys the beauty of the lights during the Christmas season. And we thought these kids can't really see that. To them, it was just a blur. So that's sort of why we started the Gift of Light campaign. But it's really all about giving them an opportunity to go through life seeing well, seeing clearly, being able to be successful in life.
And really, that's what it's about. When these kids get that chance to finally see clearly, their grades improve, their attitudes improve, their participation in class improves as well.
Yes, it gives them an opportunity to really be successful. And we see it every day. Kids seeing clearly for the first time, and their reactions are priceless. It's a beautiful moment when that happens.
When people donate to Conexus, it goes directly to the work that you're doing.
It does. All of our work is funded by the community one way or another. And without the support of the Richmond community, the Virginia community, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
And some of those things are eye screenings, a full eye exam, the kids pick their own glasses out. It really is miraculous.
It is. We screen about 100,000 kids this year, and then we'll provide eye exams for about almost 10,000 children this year, providing glasses to maybe 8,000 kids this year. So they'll put those glasses on, they'll see the world differently.
Tim, thank you so much and happy holidays.
Thank you, Matt. Same to you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And again, you can donate to the Gift of Light campaign, and you can even register for a tour of some of these great holiday lights in Richmond. Scan that QR code on your screen right now and enter the contest. It's for you and 8 of your closest friends. And while you're there, make that donation to Conexus. A $10 donation is an eye screening, and a $50 donation is a full eye exam. It can't be better than that. Some of these kids can see these beautiful holiday lights for the first time. JB, you worked your magic. It showered early, then it cleared up, and now it's a festive night down here at Kanawha Plaza.
And it is, and while there may be a little more drippiness coming your way, just think of it as liquid flurries to set the season over you. We're around 50 degrees here in the metro region, some upper 40s to the west of us, still some mid-50s to the east. We take a look on real-time Viper radar through the afternoon. There are the showers that skedaddled through quickly, moving on out of the area, but you see a little more just light returns pushing in towards us here. Looking back off to the west, still a few more showers coming back in over the mountains as we look out from Blacksburg. Of course, there's some stuff over the mountains, but it's too close to the ground to see that. A bigger look at the radar shows the bulk of the moisture has gone off to the north and northeast out of the way, but still the risk of a few more sprinkles coming through for us a little bit later on tonight, and a lot of clouds. Clouds are going to persist for a good part of the weekend over us here. So we'll stay around 50 through the early evening hours. Cloudy, spotty rain. It's milder overnight, though. That's the good news. Your heating bill's going to love that. Tomorrow we warm up at about 65 degrees, cloudy. Rain is going to return a little bit later on in the day into the evening hours. Some of the models want to skedaddle it in here by noon. I think that's a little too quick. But there could be some stuff coming in early in the afternoon, especially down to the south of us. And then we got the rain coming by tomorrow night and continuing overnight, off and on all the way into Sunday morning. We'll have a few showers on Sunday morning across the region. Then in the afternoon hours, a lot of clouds persisting over us here. A few sprinkles also, but it's going to remain mild. All weekend long, we see high temperatures in the 60s over us here. I think we'll even squeeze out 60 degrees on Monday, but then we start turning a little cooler. System coming by next Wednesday, maybe a sprinkle or two, but more importantly, a return to some chillier temperatures with high temperatures only in the upper 40s and lows back down into the 20s. Deanna, Eric.
All right, JB, thanks. And as we take a live look here at Kanawha Plaza, we have lit the city. Yes, it is the holiday season here in Richmond, Virginia, and the hallmark of that is RVA Illuminates, and we have done the deed, but we are not done here just yet. Still to come, two local Virginia high school football teams are going to the state semifinals this weekend, and you're going to find out what two schools are in the running. That is coming up. We are 8 News. We are on the move, and we're back in a moment.
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back to RVA Illuminates. Petersburg is hosting a holiday parade tomorrow from 3 to 5 p.m. But before we get to that information, we want to take a live look at Kanawha Plaza, where we have all the city skyscrapers outlined in those lights, just showing that we are in the festive season. Again, welcome back to RVA Illuminates. Back to that Petersburg parade. The parade route will begin near Poplar Lawn Park on Sycamore Street and proceed north into Old Town. The Virginia Union University Band will be performing, and Santa Claus will even be making an appearance.
Jolly old St. Nick himself, and Mechanicsville is hosting their annual Christmas parade on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. The parade route begins at Signal Hill Road to Strain Avenue. And traffic on Hanover Green Drive will be limited to parade traffic only, starting at 11 a.m. Traffic in the downtown Mechanicsville area will be shut down at 1:30 p.m. All roads along and within the parade route will be closed to car traffic from 1:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. And it is anticipated that the area will be congested with both pedestrian and car traffic for a significant period of time and after the parade as well. So please plan your travels accordingly.
Well, tomorrow is also the Virginia High School League football semifinals, Eric. Matoaca will take on Stonebridge for the Class 5 region semifinals, and Highland Springs will play against Lake Braddock for the Class 6 semifinals. Both games will take place on December 2nd. Again, that is tomorrow. The winner heads to the state finals on December 9th for a chance at the championship title. So exciting for both of those teams. You can't wait to see how it all pans out.
It really is. You know, we've got some football fans here in the Richmond, Virginia area, and we've got some tough high school football teams as represented by the fact that these two are making it to the semifinals. So we are certainly rooting for them. We're also rooting for you as we come into this holiday season. We're coming in like a bull in a china shop, and we're happy about it with these lights lighting up downtown Richmond. We're back in just a moment. holidays.
To all those who are watching, have a great night.